The idea behind solving inequalities, they work a little bit different within equations. But a good place to start is to get everything on one side and compare to 0, whether this is less than or greater than or not equals to, whatever it is. Alright, so what we can do is we can think about the expression on the left side now. What we want to do is determine where it's negative and where it's equal to 0. Well, all in one step we're going to determine where it's negative, positive, and 0, and then we can pick out the regions in which it's less than or equal to 0. To do that, I want to get this expression in factored form. Alright, now I can see where it's equal to 0 because the x could be minus 3 or x could be 1. Right. To figure out where it's negative, what we're going to do is make a sign diagram. We have to do this quite a lot in calculus. Because we're very often going to be interested in when a function is positive, negative, or 0 for a variety of reasons. Okay. So here are the zeros. Right. Now, to determine the sign on the other intervals, it can't change sign out here, so it's either positive or negative because we found all the places that it's 0. So on each of these subintervals, from 1 to infinity, from minus 3 to 1, from minus 3 to minus infinity, the sign will be the same. So we can pick any point we like 2. If we substitute that into our expression, we see right away that this is positive, so at 2 it's positive, therefore it's positive everywhere on this subinterval. Similarly, if we check the point 0, right, plug in 0, it's maybe easiest to plug it in here, we get negative 3, so it's negative at 0, therefore negative everywhere in that interval. Similarly, if you plug in minus 4, you can see that it's positive. In fact, this is a quadratic equation, and the graph of every quadratic is a parabola. This is a parabola that opens upward because we've got plus x squared, and so if we were to graph this parabola, it would look something like that. Right, so once you know where the zeros of a parabola are and the direction it opens, you can kind of shortcut to this sign chart. All right, so we want to know where this parabola, this quadratic, is less than or equal to 0. Well, it's less than 0 between minus 3 and 1. It's equal to 0 at minus 3 and 1, so the solution, we'll express it in interval notation, is everything between minus 3 to plus 1.